So I really don't need to be making a video right now because I'm all stopped up. I'm probably, I mean, you probably can't tell, but I can tell that I'm sounding kind of clogged right now. I'm just getting back from my friend's place, and they have a cat, and cats will be the death of me. But hey, so it's been like what, 6 months, 7 months? It's probably been the longest period of time that I haven't made a YouTube video since starting my channel, and I thought like, well, this channel is kind of turning 10 years old. I think this week, maybe next week, but I kind of want to talk about what's been happening. So um, I think I was making a lot of videos like immediately after my last breakup. Obviously, that's a super intense time. It was a super YouTubey thing to do. Like, oh, suddenly I have this like a flood of thoughts and feelings. And now fewer people are in my life to express these things to. Let me just turn to YouTube again. And then, of course, I ghosted. Well, I didn't completely ghost because, I'm on Tumblr 24/7. But yeah, I think I just needed like a good 6 months. No, maybe like a good 4 or 5 months of like just being sad as fuck and like just kind of existing in that space. And also like, of course, I'm in grad school. I'm in a master's program right now, and like the summer kind of brought so much struggle. And at one point, I was sort of working 4 different jobs or 4 different gigs at once. So when I normally kind of relax and just travel and have fun during the summer, it was actually just. I think this year has featured like the hardest I've ever worked in my entire life, and yeah, I've grown from that or whatever. I guess I'm learning the fact that like I've overcommitted to so many different things that like moving forward, I'm not going to sign up for this bullshit so much. Even though I'm in the middle of PhD applications and stuff like that, but I think what I want to talk about tonight, whenever you watch this, is sort of, yeah, like just, I'm really glad I gave myself time and space to be upset, with my decisions, and like to just kind of just feel like just feel like not even have some sort of like goal oriented like I'm healing like none of that bullshit, none of that sort of inspirational like I need to work through these feelings, like not even directional thing. Like I just need to feel right now, and I need to like feel very privately. And honestly, like few months of like really intense depression. And I think since the summer has ended, wow, I'm like I can't even breathe. Since the summer has ended, I've just sort of like reflected, and I'm still busy as fuck. I'm still overworked. Hopefully that'll die down in the next few months. I'm graduating in like what, 5 months or something? 4 months? No, 6 months. But there's like life is just so beautiful these days, and I think part of it is just like work is going well. I'm filling out. I'm stressed out about applying to PhD programs, but also it's forcing me to reflect on like what I've been working on, what I've been doing, and like I feel like I've been working on some really cool shit, and I feel like I've been doing some really cool shit. The biggest thing, and where I was just before recording this video, I was with sort of a research team, and we are kind of producing a really intense, lengthy sort of multimedia theater stage experimental performance, kind of bringing people through like urban planning policy and its like racial origins, all like in the St. Louis area, all the way to the murder of Michael Brown and the Ferguson uprisings, and just like being able to like do work like that, like to being able to do work and not like just like share a think piece or like talk with people on Tumblr about it, like being able to like just go to Ferguson, go to St. Louis on research funding and just like talk to people, do work, connect other people who need to be connected, speaking with like, like Mike Brown's father, speaking with all these different activists, speaking with just all kinds of people. Like that's kind of one example that I think is kind of illustrative, but like sort of, I think I've been online plenty. People on Tumblr, y'all know, I'm online all the time, but like I've kind of felt less oriented towards having important conversations online. Like I just kind of shoot the shit with my friends at this point, and a lot of my like politics have kind of just fallen off of line, and like I'm finally having opportunities to like bring it into the real world and like actually talk with people, actually go to protests, actually, help raise money for this fund and that fund. Like it's been really fucking good. And like it's not like the purpose of engaging in these things isn't, so I feel good as an individual, but like it's just I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I don't have the words, but it's like things have just kind of been falling into place like very neatly, and it's just like very clear what my next step is, and that hasn't been determined for me. These are steps that I'm choosing, but it's just like, oh, of course I'm going to be working on this next. Of course I'm going to be, putting on this stage production, whatever the fuck we're doing, and of course, I'm like, I don't know. We can get into things later, but I think. God, I can't even speak. Okay, so I'm in a much better place now, and it's just a lot of things have just kind of been coming together. Like my financial life is coming together. I don't know. I've taken a personal finance class. It's just kind of like gathered me. I've been getting to see my friends a lot. I have not been seeing some of my older friends and some of my family so much, and that's kind of honestly a clusterfuck. But we can get to that some other time too. But that sort of thing, I feel like I've just been like growth, like so much growth has been happening. Like I feel like I've just been growing into myself as a person. My body is changing. A lot of people who haven't seen me in a while, like, have been commenting, like, yeah, I'm getting like thicker these days, and like I feel really fucking good about it. And like my personal style is getting better. And I'm not here to like tell you that, oh, my life is perfect now, because it's not. I think we're gonna keep on the subject. I've been speaking for what, like 6, 7, 8 minutes. So, one thing I haven't talked about so much on YouTube is sort of my spiritual journeys so much over the last couple of years. Even since I started this channel 10 years ago when I was in high school. But I mean, I guess to like not even just to like kind of dive into it, like I am Muslim, and that's a thing. That's kind of been like an off and on sort of exploration for like some years now. And really only in the last year have I just been like, I feel like I'm like really gravitating towards this, and I'm just gonna fucking dive into it. But I mean, I think there's probably some older videos floating out there from like 8 or 9 years ago when I got my first Quran, and I was reading it and just sort of having thoughts about it. But that was in high school, and like I think a lot of my feelings weren't totally formed. In college, it was just hot mess. But so that's the thing, and so that's kind of been part of my life lately. Sort of, I mean, obviously I go to masjid, or like the mosque, every Friday. I was there earlier today. The one that I go to here it's in Durham, North Carolina. It's really fucking cool, and just like challenges me in interesting ways. And there's just like some friendly people there. There's people who are a hot mess. Sorry, hold on. I just have to like. We're just gonna do that. Okay, so that's the thing. I think I've kind of been interested in like how sort of talking about Islam would go with my YouTube subscriber base. I don't really know, because I've been through like, I think when I first started this channel, I was like a very kind of intense atheist and like really into that sort of scene. And so I feel like it's going to be I feel like there's going to be some interesting comments that I might get, or some interesting messages, maybe more than comments. But yeah, so I think that's kind of, because I've been thinking like, of course I can just talk about my day, and there's like a niche audience of people who are interested in my day, and I'm never gonna stop talking about my day. Today I had a great day. Well, it was kind of great, but like it was honestly, it was okay. But I think on Tumblr I've connected with so many cool Muslims, and so many cool queer Muslims, and I don't even make too many posts about that sort of thing. I just kind of put in my bio, I follow other queer Muslims, and so just putting that there kind of shocked me, like the number of people who actually read it and who message me and who I connect with and who are just like really interesting, fascinating people that I've been learning so much from. And I'm kind of curious if like I'll have a parallel experience on YouTube, because this is sort of my first social media home. Um, and at one point in time, my videos were watched by a lot of people. Um, so I don't really know how that's gonna go, but like I'm interested in connecting with other queer Muslim YouTubers. The ones that I've found, queer and trans, but like the ones that I've found, one, there's only a couple. Two, a lot of them are white, which is fine, but like I don't know. I feel like there's just like so much space to fill with like a lot of related subject matter, that I might try talking about. I might try making a few videos about. I might try making a video series out of it. But it's just like kind of just a web of subjects that I think might give me more reason to make more videos. It might give me more reasons to connect to new people on YouTube instead of just sort of like um, making the same content for the same small group of people who are really important. All of you are really important, but like also, I'm not trying to bore you. I probably already have bored you, but yeah. So I just want to come here and say that like I've been gone for most of 2017. Being gone has been so good. For most of being gone though, I was like incredibly depressed and really not in a good place. But I think as of late, honestly, mostly just like the work that I've been doing has brought me up and out of that, and sort of just like paying attention to myself again and paying attention to where I am and just feeling good about how I'm developing as a person. And I'm not here to give you some like touchy feely bullshit, and I'm not here to give you some like fucking I found some sort of faith that like has made my life like this is not that kind of, we're not going for that kind of vibe. Um, but things are different now, and I think it's important to like clock the reasons why. But anyways, I'm gonna get my gay ass off of this video, and I'm gonna, I don't know, probably hang out on my balcony and go to bed tomorrow. Oh girl, okay, so actually I'm sure a lot of you listened to the read, but definitely like the second question from this week's episode was mine. So that's been really cool. And like it's just really cool because I get to see them. Like they're coming to Charlotte, North Carolina. They're probably already here, but they're going on tomorrow, and I just get to see them tomorrow live, and that's so exciting. Um, I think that's it. So I guess I want to leave you, if you're still with me. Oh God, I didn't even get into like sort of love life, relationship kind of stuff, because like I guess that sort of activity has picked up in the last however many months. But yeah, if you have questions, y'all should leave them in the comments. That's what people do, right? Like we still do that on YouTube. Leave a question in the comments, or like I'm putting this on Tumblr, so just message me on Tumblr. I'm really upset with how my voice sounds right now, but hopefully it doesn't come off too wild in after post-production. Yeah, so leave some questions if you have any, especially if you're LGBT, or a person of color or Muslim or all of the above, because there's a lot of subject matter that I want to kind of talk about. I'm doing a lot of, I think I'm doing a lot of learning right now. So these sort of videos are going to be more inquisitive rather than like, here's some facts. Like, here's what I know about spirituality. Like, it's not a girl. It's not, it's nothing like that. Okay. I love you all. I hope your weekend goes well, or whenever you watch this. And thanks for sticking with me.